Hey everyone, welcome to the MaltyTalky channel. In this video I'm going to try Laphroaig 10 for the first time. It's my first age statement whiskey actually that I bought myself, and it's one of the most well-known peaty whiskies. It's not my first peaty whiskey. My first peated whiskey was Caol Ila Moch, which was very nice indeed. But I bought the Laphroaig 10 and saved it for a couple of weeks to celebrate something special. I bought it on a very kind of misty day outside where it was kind of warm and really nice atmosphere where you would really want to open up a whiskey and sit in front of the fire. Right now it's a little bit different. The weather is a lot better. It feels a little bit like summer, but it's the same kind of atmosphere as what when I tried the Caol Ila Moch. Nice summer atmosphere and trying a peaty whiskey for the first time, which was a great experience. So I'm just going to try this first time. I'm really looking forward. I'm really looking forward what kind of tasting notes that I can get, and how heavy the peat is in comparison, especially to the Caol Ila. And a lot of people have talked about this whiskey, so let's just open up the bottle and have some fun. So yeah, again, I just saved it to celebrate a little bit of something. So I'm really looking forward to this. Laphroaig Islay Single Malt Scotch Whisky, aged 10 years. Very nice bottle or packaging, I have to say. 40% volume, and distilled on the remote island of Islay off the west coast of Scotland. Well, of course, a famous place for peaty whiskies. Alright, so this feels rather special. Again, just really my first age statement whiskey, so it's quite something. You might wonder, why would you buy a peaty whiskey as your first age statement whiskey? Well, I just liked it. I really loved it. So off comes the cap. There's a little something right here. Laphroaig, your passport to Islay. Oh, claim your free square foot of land. Oh, that's interesting. If I ever go to Islay, I probably have to read this. It's, by the way, about 5 p.m. in the afternoon. When I tried the Caol Ila for the first time, it was I don't know why I did it, but it was 12 p.m. So I think my taste buds were very sensitive still at that time of day. But it was really, really nice. Really, really very smoky. So definitely great experience. There we go. Laphroaig 10. Here's the bottle, as you can see. It's a little lid. Not sure if it's a cork or if it's a screw top. I think it's a cork. I'm not sure. There we go. Yeah, that definitely feels like a cork. So I'm gonna smell it from the bottle. I'm really looking forward to this. I kind of know what to expect. I kind of know that I want to expect, smoke and peatiness, but I'm just not sure how heavy it's gonna be. Off it comes. Ooh. Ooh. I have to say, it smells relatively familiar to the Caol Ila, so that's a good sign, because I really liked that one. Alright, let's pour a dram. There we go. Again, there's something running off the bottle. I'm gonna use that to smell the whiskey as well, as in my previous video where I tried to smell whiskey in a different way by simply spreading it around on your hand. Oh, that's really is quite promising. So here you go. That's my dram. As you can see, nice color. I think it's a little bit colored. There's probably a little bit of caramel added, but it's not much. Okay, let's have a smell. Ooh. It's different from Caol Ila Moch. Man. I think it will be hard to get my head around too. I'm not sure if it's the best way to begin, a whiskey when recording a video, but I'll try to be as open as possible. It's more herbal than a Caol Ila. Less sweetness. Definite peat. when I first, the reason why I'm mentioning Caol Ila Moch all the time, because it's my, reference, my first peaty whiskey. So it kind of gives me a bearing of, what to compare this to, and what the kind of different flavor and tasting notes that you can get. So Caol Ila was really a barbecue sauce, vinegary notes, some sort of sweetness, sugary sweetness, and a very characteristic mineral, seaweed, kind of marine, note that you would smell on the seaside. I get it less here. This is more iodine, mineral, medicinal. So this sweet vanilla flavor and sugary flavor that I got from the Caol Ila is not as apparent in this whiskey. This whiskey is definitely different, but the peat character is definitely there. Again, this tar, like I mentioned in one of my previous videos, the tar that you would find on stave churches in Norway, this black tar, really familiar, very minerally, dry herbs, not as smoky, but it's true peat. With Caol Ila was really smoky somehow, more like wood smoke, but this is more peaty. All right, well, let's have a taste to celebrate my first age statement whiskey, my first try at Laphroaig 10. Let's have a go. Cheers, or slante. Very minerally, very iodine. Definitely more complexity. I'm not able to pin it down yet, pin down different flavor notes. I can definitely feel and taste that the development is more complex and longer. More tasting notes coming through. Some peatiness came through for sure, but it was not very long actually. It started really the arrival with this iodine medicinal note, very apparent, and it's kind of turned of herbal, dry herbs, almost like kind of dried rosemary that you would get from the supermarket, those kind of herbs. Then peatiness came through, and its finish is actually quite softly. It's not really vanilla, but it's some sort of sweetness. Very light honey, maybe a hint of caramel, but it's not much. It's really only the finish where I'm getting that. This is for me is an eye opener that giving the age of a whiskey, you will be able to discover more complexity behind it, and it's really, really nice. I can definitely see, if you compare it to the Caol Ila Moch or my first whiskey, my Vat 69 blended whiskey, not complex at all, but this is really, even though I'm not able to, pin down the different tasting notes, it really is an eye-opener for me in the sense that I get the complexity of the whiskey, and I'm sure it will change over time as it is, resting in the glass and kind of opening up. Not sure if I should add any water. So what I really liked about the Caol Ila when I first opened it was the definite smoke note, very much wood smoke, like a bonfire. I'm kind of missing that here, to be honest, but this is absolutely more medicinal, iodine. Laphroaig is best savored neat or with a little cool water. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I will add a little bit of water at a later stage. For a start of the whiskey journey, this is fascinating because it shows that I'm a juvenile in this, that I'm an absolute newbie, because I find it hard to pin down the different flavor notes, even though I do get a sense of the complexity and the longer development. So let's have another sip. It's not as astringent as I kind of expected it to be. It is more it's easier to get down through than I expected, but very nice. Let's add a little bit of water, but just a little bit. just to see if I can get any more particular flavor notes. I'll just add a drop or two, not too much. There we go. A bit more sweetness coming down. A bit more of this syrup honey note coming through now. The mineral note that you really get from the nose is a little bit less intense now that I've added a little bit of water. Okay, let's have one more sip. Definitely a little bit more sweetness coming through. The mineral note is less astringent when adding some water, opening up some more malty flavor notes. Hint of mustard, I would say. The peat is definitely there, but for me it's harder to pin down than the peat in the Caol Ila Moch. I'm not sure why. It could just be that Caol Ila is younger. It's a younger spirit, non-age statement, so it has more of this peat influence, while the Laphroaig has had more time to, settle down. Just really wondering how this cask has influences the Laphroaig. Of course, this is a whiskey that is more mass-produced, I would say, than some of the smaller peated whiskies, but this is really nice. I do like it. I think I just need some time with this whiskey, but I really looked forward to try it and kind of just record it on the go. And it kind of shows again just my newbiness to this whole whiskey business, that I really just am trying to get this distinctive flavor notes, which is really difficult. And I think I will just sit a little bit longer with this whiskey, just let the whiskey come to me instead of searching for the whiskey flavor notes, because that is just more difficult. But I enjoy this whiskey on a nice summer night, maybe with some nice food next to it. And I will make a video about adding some food to peaty whiskey, so make sure you stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed this video here on the MaltyTalky channel, I hope you will subscribe. It would be much appreciated. I'm a new channel, so I'm definitely looking forward to getting to know you guys out there in the whiskey community. So I hope you enjoyed me trying this whiskey for the first time. It's just a great experience. Really, after adding some water and probably giving it some time, really more sweetness coming through. I might do a full review of this at some point when I have had more time to discover the whiskey, have had more time to let the flavor notes come to me. But otherwise, I enjoyed this little experiment, trying this whiskey for the first time. I'm gonna cut off the video right now and just enjoy it for a little bit longer. So again, I'd like to thank you for watching this video here on the MaltyTalky channel, and I will see you next time.